This is He Knows the Sport, bringing you that heat that far. We keeping the foot on the what on the next. We keeping the foot on the what on the next. And like the Tibetan mastiff that I am, I'm applying what on Ldbc pressure. Because pressure does what? Heat versus pipes. Here's the thing, man. We as black people, and when I say we, I'm talking about the consensus of black folks, are conditioned to be yes master. Yes master. You got too many motherfuckers, man, on YouTube pandering for Canelo Alvarez, man. He's a cinnamon dust horchata of Saul Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez not even Mexican, man. His physiology, his skin is that of Caucasian. Let me say it again. His physiology and his skin is that of Caucasian. He's masquerading and intermingling as a Mexican because he speaks Hispanic language, but he is of Caucasian, Anglo-Saxon skin, man. Why are you guys pandering for this motherfucker? He already got enough cinnamon dust, horchata, Alvarez fanboys that's smelling the cinnamon dust ass crack. So why are black people doing this? Oh, Canelo's a great fighter. No, he's not. To be great, you have to chase greatness. Why are you guys putting so much emphasis on Charlo? Oh, he needs to fight David Benavidez. He needs to chase greatness. Canelo Alvarez is the one that fights at 160, 168, and 175. Keep that same energy, dog. Let me say it again. Keep that same energy, dog. He's the motherfucker that bounces up from 160, 168, 175. So when David Benavidez says, stop fucking ducking me, he's talking of a fundamental truth here. He's talking of a cold-hearted, unadulterated, and cutthroat two-teller fashion. See, there's too many motherfuckers that straddling the fence on YouTube. I done told you guys. Ravening wolves, man. Fence straddlers. Intermingling and masking themselves as people that are in sheep's clothing, that's giving you the similitude as if they are what they think that they are, but they lack the fullness thereof. There's only one motherfucker, and he knows the sport, that's bringing you that what, that heat, and that far. And keeping the foot on the what on the next. And keeping the foot on the what on the next. And like the Tibetan mastiff that he is, he's applying what? Unlimited pressure. Because pressure does what? Heat versus pipes. Charlo don't gotta do shit, man. Charlo doesn't need to do no heavyweight lifting. He's already proven it against Sergey Derevyanchenko, a guy that Canelo, cinnamon dust Saul Alvarez fucking ducked. Triple G had a hard time with this motherfucker. And Charlo exposed these motherfuckers for what they are, their truest and their most properest levels. So what the fuck are we talking about, you Rudy, Poo, and Plum brains? You classic dolts and troglodytes. You ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric. Now y'all want Charlo to have a catch weight? Catch weight is not a real weight class, man. That's bullshit and fuck shit. Canelo Alvarez is the 168 pounder. Y'all should be challenging his rabbit ass that gets to fight bum bashes. And just like He Knows the Sport said, and a prediction, King Strikes again, that He Knows the Sport told you guys that in its most cold-hearted, unadulterated, and cutthroat truth-teller fashion, his lineage would be the butt of all sparring jokes, and i.e. Anvil Yildirim. And then right after that, he was going to fight Billy Joe Saunders, a guy who is as good as his last fight. And we know in boxing, if you're not a boxing casual, that this guy went tooth and fucking nail with a journeyman, man. These are the people that Canelo Alvarez are fucking fighting, man. These are the people that Canelo Alvarez is fucking dealing with. So why are you guys not challenging Canelo Alvarez? Why are you guys kissing his ass? Why are you guys sniffing the cinnamon dust Saul Canelo Alvarez ass crack? What did he do, man? Did he toss your fucking salad? Because that's what I'm seeing. A bunch of black supposed community boxing fan bases. I thought y'all supposed to keep the foot on Canelo's neck, dog. But y'all sitting here kissing this motherfucker's ass. He's the 168 pounder, man. He's the 175 pounder. He got Arthur Benavidez problems. He got Dimitri Bivol problems. He got Caleb Plant problems. He got David Benavidez problems. He got Charlo problems, and he got Demetrius Andrade problems. You know why? Because he told his rabbit ass that he could fight at 160, 168, and 175. So what's not cold-hearted about that? What's not unadulterated about that? What's not the cutthroat two-teller fashion that's associated with that? Stop being Ruby Point Plum Break. Stop being classic dolts and troglodytes, and stop being ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric. Enough is fucking enough, man. Stop pandering for Canelo Alvarez. He has enough cinnamon dust Saul Canelo Alvarez fanboys. You see this on too many of your basic and neighborhood supposed black community fan base channels. They always want to tell you, well, Canelo Alvarez is a great champion. No, he's not great. Canelo Alvarez is good. To be great, you have to be chasing greatness. Jamal Charlo's chasing greatness, so his greatness personification can only be hindered. The motherfucker can't be stopped. Let me say it again. Greatness personification can only be hindered. The motherfucker can't be stopped. Stop putting Jamal Charlo's issues that you guys think that he has and putting Canelo Alvarez's dirty laundry on Jamal Charlo. Let Jamal Charlo do what Jamal Charlo does. If Canelo Alvarez can grow a fucking pair, stop being afraid of elite black fighters. Stop being afraid of elite competition that can knock his fucking ass out. Because David Benavidez is one of the Hispanic fighters that I like. But now he's talking shit about Jamal Charlo, and you guys know I'm gonna go with my own before I go with any motherfucker. That's the way I roll. Mexicans do that shit with their Mexican fighters. Don't nobody say shit to them. Europeans do that with European fighters. Don't nobody share that shit with them. And all of these other motherfuckers in UK do that shit with their UK fighters. Don't nobody say shit to them. So because I'm rooting for my own first, I'm racist? Get the fuck out of here, man. Stop the presses and pump the brakes on the nonsense. Go sit down somewhere and what? Higgity fucking hush, man. When it's all said and done, stop fucking pandering for Cinnamon Saul Canelo Alvarez and keep the fucking foot on his damn necks. And if you guys are not going to do that, then let it be Hino's support via authenticity, via consistency, and via his 1000% swag of being who he is from day one, which is telling the truth. That Canelo Alvarez, since Mayweather, because he's had Mayweather mental trauma, since Erislandy Lara embarrassed the shit out of him, basically did a Pernell Whitaker to Julio Cesar Chavez minus the knockdown. Since he got embarrassed that way, he's been staying away from elite black fighting competition because he knows Jamal Charlo is fits that he can't figure out. Too explosive, too athletic, and those fucking uppercuts are vicious as fuck, and his power transcends from weight class to weight class. So what's not cold-hearted about that? What's not unadulterated about that? And what's not the cutthroat true teller fashion that's associated with that? Stop fucking pandering, man. And y'all motherfuckers need to grow a fucking pair and get on Canelo Alvarez's ass. This guy just fought a bum bash fight, a butt of all sparring jokes. And that is what we call great performance. It's like Edgar Berlanga said, Bed Tucker said, this is bullshit and fuck shit. I could have knocked this motherfucker out in one round. It's like Teddy Atlas said. The reason why Canelo Alvarez looks as good as he fucking looks is because his competition is not up to par. Now he needs to step up the fucking competition because real recognizes real, and the true boxing eye test doesn't lie. And you know what it tells you? It tells you that Canelo Alvarez is on some cinnamon dust horchata bullshit and fuck shit. That's the cold-hearted. That's the unadulterated. That's the cutthroat true teller fashion. I keep the foot on the what? On the necks. When it's all said and done, you can only rely on Hino's support to keep the tiger's foot on cinnamon dust horchata's giraffe's neck. This is Hino's support. Check it out.